Morning, Gaffer.
Morning.
We're at the semi-final stage now, and it's an exciting time for everyone now that it's arrived.
Yeah, it's exciting. Obviously, once we knew Boston got their well-deserved victory on Thursday, which I attended, fully deserved. They look like a good team. We've obviously got a big challenge now to replicate what we did a few weeks ago at their place.
Obviously a quarter-final win for them, like you said. They'll come here and really fancy their chances now.
Of course, when you get to this stage, when there's just 4 teams left vying for the second promotion spot, all teams are there on merit. The league always works itself out in the end, and you finish where you finish for that reason. So Gateshead deservedly won the league, and the teams below that are obviously vying for this spot, and now there's 4 left. It shows how competitive the league was. The 6th and 7th team obviously got through in the quarterfinals, but also on those games it highlighted the small details in these games, because a few mistakes have led to teams being eliminated from the competition.
Obviously a 3-1 win against Boston last time. Does that come into the equation, or does it go back to that cliche that the playoffs are really lottery?
No, it doesn't come into it, I don't think. I think that was that game there in the league. We were vying for 3rd, and they were vying for 7th or 6th or 5th at the time. Both teams were on a good run, and the small details in that game, really, it was a close game. Probably wasn't a 2-goal swing, really. Even though we dominated the second half, they had a good spell in the first half. So, if I'm being honest with it, and they look like a good team, and they're well coached. So it'll be good to go against Paul again, and in a really competitive nature. They're a competitive bench in the right way and respectful, as we will be. But as actually looking at the game, some good players for both teams, and I'm excited to see it.
You obviously spoke last week about the chances that we're creating. Is it important now we really put teams to the sword and take the game to them and finish them chances off?
Yeah, but also I want to focus on the positives. So our ball position, the way we dominated the space and the ball has been good, it's been getting better, and certainly against a team like this with the energy they have and the power and the pace they have on transition, it's important that we dominate the space, and we'll be doing some work on that.
It's obviously been a long season, but have you seen an extra buzz around the place this week leading up to the game?
Yeah, it's a lot of smiles on faces. Obviously with the adversity we've had with Chris, I think that it's brought a really close group even closer together, and staff included. I think that the way that the change rooms handled that in the last month has been outstanding, and hopefully that will vie them in good position or good mental strength on the pitch when it's needed in the playoff semi-final.
If you had one final message for everyone involved in this, players, staff, fans, what would it be?
You've got to enjoy it. It's an emotional game. Football's an emotional game. You can't take that out of it, and we never want to take the emotion out of the game. But you have to control those emotions, and it is just another game. I know that's a cliche, but you have to make sure your mindset's in that way, because you have to hit your performance objectives. If you're skewed emotionally, obviously that can impact your performance. So that's supporters as well. Get behind the lads. I'm sure it'll be a good occasion for both teams, and may the best team win.